Me, I went from living in the valley, a small town with like not many races, there was no room for growth, and I moved over here with nobody. Like I had my grandma here and my uncle, right? But like I wanted to jump into the music industry because Austin is the live music capital, and I wanted to do the damn thing. But I wouldn't have done it if I would have stayed comfortable. If I would have stayed comfortable, I could have just moved here and been doing the exact same things that I was doing back home. Mm-hmm. Or I could have stayed there. But I didn't. I moved over here. I said, you know what, fuck it. I've never been on a stage before, but I want to.
How long you been doing the whole DJ and entertainment thing?
We just checked out. It's been almost like, it's been a complete year now.
Oh, really? And leading into your birthday?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah.
And you got made a lot of progress this year, too.
Yes. So that's what I'm saying. Like, shit, I made myself completely uncomfortable in every situation.
I would have never told that you was uncomfortable, though, from the times I met you. Or just, like, looking at the progress.
Exactly. Yeah, that's part of it. You gotta, I feel like you have to, like what we said last time and our other show, when Kanar said that you have to plan everything. You have to plan not only what you want to do, it's also how you want to do and how you want to be viewed doing it. Because no matter how shy I was, like I threw my first show at Come and Take It with Sante Kami. That was my first ever show. And everyone thought that I'd been doing it at least, 5 shows before that. And I was like, no, that was my first show ever. I'd never been on a stage. I'd never done anything. And it was scary as shit. I'd never been in front of people like that. I'd never gotten all dressed up and having people just like record while I'm walking past. Like, what the fuck? Why are you doing that? But it's also like, you gotta be uncomfortable. And until it becomes comfortable, then even then you're not doing it right. If you're uncomfortable, that's where you're supposed to be.
So before you got into the whole DJing, like the year before that, before you started last year, did you create like a plan and all that stuff? And
yeah, I've been wanting.
That's what you wanted to do.
Not necessarily DJing. I always knew I wanted to be in this kind of industry, like in the music industry, and just be able to have a bigger voice for the people who don't, like that aren't able to. Like if you're able to do it and change in any way the world and your city and whatever, if you think you can do it, might as well do it, because there's a lot of people who can't do it and that have a lot of like semi issues or whatever that they wish they could and they just can't do it. And if you can help out and hold your own, like do what you're put here to do. But yeah, I had a plan. I've been wanting to do this. So when I finally decided, like I graduated and I stayed over there and I was like, this is not it. Like I need to get out of here and I need to start my journey. And
it's kind of something more fulfilling.
Yeah. So what about you, Drew? Do you like being uncomfortable? Have you had an uncomfortable situation that has helped you grow?
I've overwhelmed my uncomfortableness and introvertness a number of times. Like when I've done like comedy and stuff, and probably done like the funniest person in Austin, been like in front of a big stage. So that overwhelming like feeling, you just gotta like suck it up and do it. But I've still been like introverted and stuff. So that's something I'm trying to break out of, just being uncomfortable and like networking better and just being more around like people and stuff. Because like I work with like the people I'm close to, but it has to like I have to move like further than that, like network and collaborate and stuff. And I do a lot of behind the scenes stuff, but also me as an entertainer, I'm like an entertainer too. So that's the part I'm trying to like get better at, just getting out more and stop being like so introverted. And I just get uncomfortable when I go out, like sometimes even like clubs, Yeah,
there's a lot of people.
Yeah.
Feel a little
like I feel more alone like at clubs. Like when I go to clubs or like, I'm not alone because I go with my friends, but I always have a moment where I'm just like, I feel kind of like lost or like out of my element,
Yeah, I see that. But hey, surround yourself with people that will make that space like not feel like that.
Just doing that more this year.
Definitely, you got to. What about you, Kaya?
I know you just like that the show.
So for me personally, and you already know, TJ, like I preach uncomfortability. I just do. I don't think that comfortability equals growth. And I don't think that because I preach it to my artists, I'd be a hypocrite if I didn't do it myself. But as I tell TJ every freaking day, progress is not linear. Progress doesn't look like this. It's not a straight line. Progress is an uphill run, and you're gonna get tired. And a lot of progress, not even like an uphill run, it's like up, down, but like eventually goes up the crazy charts and things like that. So, As far as me, I try to make myself uncomfortable all the time. I would say the first time, similar to TJ, that I was like, you know what, I gotta do something different was when I was back home. And as you guys know, I'm from Hawaii. I was back home in Hawaii. I hated, and now that I don't work there, my Safeway job with my boss, Albert Nita. I hated that job. It was the worst. He was the worst person ever. And I told, yeah, I don't care. And so
make sure you guys follow him.
Right? Yeah. And so he is at the Baratania Safeway. But anyway, but so one day, and everybody asked me like, oh my God, you're from Hawaii. How did you get here in Austin? And literally what ended up happening is I just couldn't take it one day. He pissed me off. I quit my job on the spot. I didn't know where I was going, what I was doing. I quit my job and I was like, I don't care. I'm going to do something different. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to do something different. I was walking home that day and I saw a magazine on the floor, and I hate litter in my island. And so I was like, whoever put this here is trash, blah, blah, blah. And I picked up the magazine so I could throw it away. And on the open page was this article, and it said, Austin, best place to start over. And I was like, huh? And like, you know, it literally looked like a sign out of the sky.
And you see all these homeless people when you get there. Just like,
what?
I'm starting over. Gave up everything.
Right? No, well, yeah. Like, I mean, like, for real. And then I was like, yeah, Austin. And so, you know, I did. I applied for a $500 credit card, and I was like, cool, I've got $500. I spent all of my money, and I got a plane ticket to Austin, Texas, and I landed in Austin, Texas on April Fool's Day of 2014, and I Googled the nearest apartment complex that was the cheapest, and I walked right in there with my bags. They laughed me like almost out of the apartment complex. I was like, girl, you're crazy. You don't think you're going to get an apartment like right now. You're just going to walk in here and get an apartment. And I really thought that. And it was so uncomfortable, and I was like, oh my gosh, I did all this running around to try and get like a money order and get all my money out the bank and all this other stuff. Finally got an apartment that same day that I landed. I don't know how. I was super uncomfortable being here in Austin. I don't know a single soul here. Mm-hmm. I didn't see a single Polynesian that was like me here until I think my second or third year here, away from my island. And it was scary. I don't have any friends, any family. I've never been to Texas. I hadn't been off the island in a couple of years. It was really scary. Everybody made me think it was going to be like, oh, they're going to be like, you know, Confederate flags. And it's going to be scary. And I was like, oh my gosh. But it was great. And here I am 5 years later. I'm doing something better than being a grocery store manager.
Hell yeah. You did a lot of big things, Kaya.
I am, yeah.
How do you made progress?
Yeah. I practice, and I preach uncomfortability. Mm-hmm. Jamie, Wattsbox Creation, she does Wattsbox shows and showcases. Mm-hmm. Jamie, Lady Earth's manager, shout out Jamie. But I didn't have anybody to go to her Wattsbox show, and I had this horrible headache, and I was sick, and I was like, you know what, I don't care. I'm going to pull myself out of my element, and I went by myself. I went downtown, I parked, I went to Malavita to her event, her first Wattsbox event, and I went by myself, booming headache, booming music, and I stayed there for at least a good 40 minutes, sat down in a corner, talked to somebody, turned out to be, I think, her cousin or something like that, had a great conversation, and I actually had a really great fucking time.
Mm-hmm. When you came here to Texas, was that like your plan?
No, when I came...
involved
with music? No. When I came here to Texas, I just so happened to be in a relationship, or I got in a relationship with a producer, and he's the one that got me into music, and after that it was a wrap. Mm-hmm. But I had no plans. I just thought it just said best place to start over. I don't even know what that means. I just thought, you know, I was just gonna like start over.
Yeah, but if you ain't got a plan, you gotta end like those people out there.
Yeah.
What about you, Boston? You always seem like a comfortable guy when I'm like around you and stuff. For what I've known, are you ever been in like those kind of situations, or how do you like deal with like being uncomfortable and trying to break out of your element?
Breaking out of my element, I had a really hard time with stage presence at mm-hmm. first, whether to be you know the right energy or just you know spit my shit and you know let people feel it. So I didn't know how it was, and I remember this one show. It was like maybe 2 years ago. It was in San Antonio. I was out there with Jawan. Mm-hmm. Shout out Jawan Michael. He took me out there for this show. Can't remember what the venue was called, but me and him did this song together, and I remember they was feeling it when he was on there. Then my part came, and I saw like 5 people just like turn their backs completely toward me, and like head towards the door. And I was like,
Oh.
I kept going, but my heart broke. I was like,
Oh. Man, that sucks.
like, God damn
Because
it.
I've been that kind
Son
of
of a
person
bitch.
before. I've been that person in the crowd. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just kind of slowly walk away. So I'd be in the front of the stage and stuff and sometimes, and I'm just like, all right, this song kind of sucks. Let me just kind of sneak out of here. I was turned up a little bit, but slowly put my hand down and just sneak out of here.
I was seriously contemplating like not rapping no more after that show. I was
Because
like,
of the
nah,
performance.
man, that's fucked up, bro.
But was the song? Because some songs are better performed or like live performances, and some songs are just good just listening to the track and everything.
Yeah.
Like a lot of J. Cole songs. I love J. Cole's music. A lot of his songs you can just sit to and listen to like on your own time. And he's also good at live performances. But I mean, I don't follow his live performance too much. You know, like Drake, he's probably a better live performer than like J. Cole because his music is like probably like more mainstream. And it's like, you know, it's like always dancing and all that stuff. But like, you know, so like maybe your song wasn't just suit for that.
Yeah, I don't know what it
stage
was.
at that time.
I don't know what it was, but yeah.
I like
but I
that
just
music.
kept going, and you know, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good when I do my thing now. So.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you still just make. So you like more making like being in the studio, making the track itself.
No, I love being on
Performing.
stage.
You like
know.
performing and all
Yeah.
that stuff.
Now that I'm comfortable, you know, and I found my niche, and I found, you know, my
How long did
My
it take you to
little
get
vibe.
comfortable with performing?
probably about like a year after taking it serious. You know, like
Maybe you just go to like open mics and just quit gigs and all that stuff, or like
yeah.
events and all that.
Yeah, and then me and my homeboy Greg, that I'm about to shoot a video with tomorrow, we had a couple shows together, and they went really good. And I was really able. He helped me find a lot of my, you know, my niche in music.
Stage presence on that.
Yeah, so
And that's what I'm trying to get to too. Just putting in,
comfortability.
just putting in more stage time, becoming
Yeah.
comfortable. Because once I get on the stage, all the anxiety goes away, and it's just like I'm talking to everybody all at once, and all that. And it's not like music too. I mean, you're standing up there making people laugh, like talking to them. So I'm not like
yeah, you gotta
everybody.
engage with them and shit.
Yeah, I engage with them, make them laugh. But once
you
I'm
have
on,
to decide what kind of entertainer you want to be. Because like you guys said, like Drake is a certain type of entertainer for
Yeah.
a certain type of audience and what he wants to get out there in his message. And J. Cole is a totally different kind of entertainer. Like he's to speak like facts, but to make you feel what he's saying. And Drake is more of an entertainer. Yeah, he spits straight facts also, but it's more. It also has this little jig with it. It's you having fun. It's you live life. And J. Cole is like, this is the real shit. This is what you need to know. No one's
Right.
gonna tell you. I'm
real.
gonna let you know.
Entertainment versus spit knowledge.
Yes.
I mean, like, not saying that Drake doesn't spit knowledge, but just saying, like, some of his songs are pure
The
entertainment.
delivery.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
delivery is pure entertainment, whereas J. Cole is like, no, I want you to get something out of this. Take something away.